If your kids are having restless nights and fragmented sleep, they could be experiencing behavioral insomnia. Stay tuned to find out why your child is fighting bedtime, including the causes, risk factors, and helpful sleepy time tips. It's bedtime. As you tuck your little one into bed, you hope your child will sleep through the night. Yet, shortly after you close your eyes, you wake to hear your child's voice. "Mommy?" This is the third night in a row, and weeks of this latest unsettling routine, where your child is wide awake at a time they should be dreaming. What is pediatric behavioral insomnia? It's marked by a series of sleepless nights that last longer than 3 months, with episodes at least 3 times per week. Pediatric insomnia is often behavioral, such as rebelling against a certain bedtime. Insomnia due to sleep onset associations is characterized by when a child is used to a bedtime tradition, such as being rocked or having their back rubbed, as they cannot go to sleep without these comforts. Pediatric insomnia can also be linked to parents not establishing consistent bedtime limits, such as when kids defiantly oppose bedtime, causing sleep time to be delayed, leaving them tired and sleep-deprived the next day. Alternately, some kids are put to bed too early, which can interfere with maintaining quality sleep. Psychophysiological insomnia is associated with stress and worry about falling asleep. Older children can start to associate their bedtime with wakefulness, not sleep. Therefore, bedtime becomes a nightly battle of anxiety. How common is pediatric insomnia? Approximately 20 to 30% of children experience problems with falling or staying asleep. Children are affected differently at certain stages of life. Teens may experience mental health issues that can lead to sleep problems. Symptoms of pediatric insomnia affect roughly 20% of preschool-age children and 20 to 40% of elementary school children, and is more common in girls than boys, while 11% of teenagers have symptoms of insomnia. What causes pediatric insomnia? A change in life event, such as a move, a new school, or the loss of a pet, can be classified as a transient sleep disturbance. As the child adjusts to these changes, time should help improve their sleep. What are the risk factors? Risk factors include congenital conditions, such as neurological conditions like autism, or an underlying psychiatric diagnosis, such as an anxiety disorder, while environmental risk factors include methods of parenting, particularly bedtime habits. For example, rubbing a child's back may be a soothing short-term solution, but can have the opposite effect, leading to a long-term sleeping problem if it's required every night for sleep. What are the complications of poor sleep? Sleep is essential in growing children, and complications affect them differently than adults. Children who suffer complications from poor sleep may have problems regulating their emotions, difficulty academically, conflict with classmates, and a depressed mood. Keep watching to find out how behavioral insomnia can be managed, including tips for an easier bedtime and sleep aids. How can pediatric insomnia be treated? The most effective treatment is behavioral therapy, which is done by treating and changing your child's behaviors using some common techniques, such as systematic ignoring, which teaches your child to self-soothe and fall asleep naturally without your assistance. This can be done by completely ignoring your child's behavior from bedtime until morning, or more gradually, where you wait a little longer between check-ins, teaching your child to sleep independently. Another approach is bedtime fading, where you temporarily delay your child's bedtime to decrease the amount of time they spend in bed. You slowly start to put your child to bed earlier until you reach an age-appropriate bedtime. What are some tips for an easier bedtime? Be firm on a routine, including sleepy time habits, to help your child transition from wakefulness to sleep. like taking a hot bath, reading a book, or doing a puzzle. Also, be smart about naps, as they should be short and not too close to bedtime. Depending on the age of your child, a good rule of thumb is to ensure that there are 4 or more hours of wake time before bedtime. Positive reinforcement goes a long way with kids. Set up a goal and reward program, with the first goal being to sleep in their own bed all night. When your child does this successfully, reward them with something they enjoy, like their favorite ice cream or a new toy. What about sleep aids? Sleep supplements such as melatonin or antihistamines may be prescribed to provide relief of acute insomnia. Alternately, your child's physician may address and treat any underlying health conditions, and if needed, prescribe medications. Keep in mind that the best approach for pediatric insomnia is behavioral therapy, especially in young children. If your child is experiencing symptoms of pediatric insomnia, consult with your child's physician to discuss a treatment plan. Remember, you're not alone, and help is available.